Hello, my name is Chrissy. Welcome. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you are here for the first time, my name is Chrissy. Hello, welcome, nice to meet you. So in today's video, we are continuing with our dating series here on this channel. I did my first video, which is like kind of a question and answer, giving y'all all the tea about my own dating life, letting y'all all up in my business. And in today's video, I am just giving you signs that you are in a toxic relationship. I get a lot of questions about this, and sometimes when you're in the relationship and you're in love, you really don't know that that relationship has become toxic to you and the person in that relationship. If you are interested in seeing that video, then keep watching. But first, if you are new to this channel and you are not subscribed, click that subscribe button. Also click the notification bell so that you're notified whenever I upload. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram so you're staying in the loop. And let's jump right into it. That you are in a toxic relationship. To look out for is continuous arguing / repetitive breakups and makeups. So as we all know, in relationships, you're going to argue, okay? You're two different people. You have two different, perspectives on things, maybe two differences of opinions, and you're going to clash at times. So you're going to argue. So I'm not saying that if you have one argument, that's, oh my God, I'm in a toxic relationship. No, I'm talking about continuous arguing. So if you're arguing every day, several times a day, or just every single day, and you're continuously breaking up and making up, that is extremely toxic behavior. Because in a relationship, I should be able to have an argument with you. We sit down, work it out, and we move on from there. We're growing together from there. Not every argument is ending in a breakup, or we're like trying to decide every 2 seconds if we want to be together. From my experience, me and my ex used to argue all the time. It could be the littlest of things. It could be something big. We were just arguing all the time. And then it got to the point where, maybe one day I'm like, oh, I don't want to be with him. I break up with him. He'll break up with me. And it's just back and forth. At the end of every argument, we're done with each other. Always saying that we're done with each other. And that's toxic behavior. One, because it puts you on like an emotional roller coaster in your relationship. And you're always up and down. You're never at a calm, stream. You're never just, you're just always up and down, up and down. And I know, listen, when I was younger, I'm only 23. But, until recently, until I really started learning that type of behavior is very unhealthy, I thought it was cute. I'm like, oh my God, we be fighting and then we make up. Girls be like, oh my God, but the makeup is so much better than the fighting. No, okay? That's not okay. You should not be always breaking up and making up in your relationship. Just from my perspective, okay? So that is one of the first signs of identifying that you are in a toxic relationship. And number 2, if he or she, the person you're in a relationship with, is stopping your bag, your money, okay, or stopping your personal growth. And with that, what I mean is, sometimes when we get into relationships, we are consumed with that relationship and everything that has to do with that person. If we're with a person that we don't really trust, that we're having issues with, we tend to be consumed with worry, and it just consumes us. From experience, I was with somebody that, I said we were arguing all the time, and it really affected me to where I actually was in school at the time, finishing up my bachelor's degree, and I found that it was really hard for me to study. Okay, it was really hard for me to sit in class and not be texting him. It was really hard for me to even start my YouTube channel, which was like one of my really big goals, one of my dreams, to be here on YouTube and do what I'm doing now. I found myself putting that on the back burner so I could focus on him and what he wanted to do. I felt like because I knew what I wanted to do and he was kind of like in this state of, I don't know what to do with my life. I don't know. I want to do this. And I was helping him so much with that. I was stopping my own bag. Okay, I could have been on YouTube. I only been on here for a year, but I could have been on YouTube. You know what I mean? And because I was just so focused in that and just so giving myself, my whole self, to that relationship, I was not focusing on my bag, and I was not focusing on my personal growth. I was just so involved in that person. And that doesn't mean that we're not supposed to give ourselves to our relationship. We're not supposed to give ourselves to that person. But when you're with the right person and you're with a healthy person in a healthy relationship, that person is not going to let you forget about the things that you need to do for yourself. Okay, let that sink in. I'm going to say it again. That person is not going to allow you to forget about the things that you need to do for yourself. Okay? Sign number 3, that you may be in a toxic relationship. Infidelity, cheating is never okay. And don't get me mistaken. Yes, people make mistakes. Okay, there are instances where someone may step out of the relationship once and they come to you and, you know, they're very apologetic and they want you, and they really want to work on a relationship, whatever was lacking in a relationship, whatever led them to cheating, not saying that it would be your fault, just whatever it is in that relationship, they want to work on it. And that's up to that person that was cheated on to say, okay, I'm going to forgive you, let's work on it, or no, I'm going to stop this relationship as a whole. But what I mean that is completely toxic is repetitive cheating. Whatever your definition of cheating is, because a lot of people have different definitions of cheating, but whatever your definition of cheating is, if that is repetitive cheating going on in your relationship, stop, get out of it now. That is toxic and that is not okay. One, because that person knows that their cheating hurts you. So they don't care enough to not hurt you. You have to understand, when someone cheats on you, they're hiding secrets. Okay, they know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing, especially if it's repetitive. They know exactly what they're doing. Cheating is not okay. Infidelity is not okay. Or if it's something that just makes you uncomfortable, if it's interactions with people that are outside of your relationship that make you uncomfortable, it's social media. Social media is a huge factor in what destroys a lot of couples, because we have unlimited access to people out there. So there's people commenting on your pictures, liking your pictures, they can DM you. You know, there's just a lot that goes on social media that opens doors to little things. So if it's something, whatever you consider as cheating, if that is repetitive in your relationship, especially after you have expressed to your partner that you don't like that, or the cheating needs to stop, or you've forgiven them but they keep doing it, that's extremely a toxic trait in your relationship. Relationships that make you feel insecure or are lowering your self-esteem. Okay, so I have been in this situation before, and what I mean about that is there's different ways that this can happen. One, let's go back into talking about social media, okay? We all, especially ladies, okay, I'm a fed, I don't know about you, but I'm a fed, okay? I'm a fed. That's what I do. And I can go in, I can find whoever's page I want, who you're following. I can find out anything I want to find about you. I am just that good. So if y'all need to, know something, hit me up. But for me, in my last relationship, my ex, on his Instagram, he would just follow girls. And for me, that was a huge problem. Even if he wasn't talking to them, even if whatever, it's just like you're looking at girls. And that's not to say like he can't look at girls, but it started to make me feel insecure, because realizing none of those girls looked like me. And he would tell me all the time, like, oh my God, you're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. Like, oh, you're so this, you're so that. But when I see you doing something else, all your words, all your affection, all your whatever, it's still, seeing that on your page still makes me insecure. And they didn't look like me in terms of my skin color, and it just kind of made me insecure. So if your partner is doing something that makes you insecure and uncomfortable, and it translates over to the point where you're starting to look in the mirror and you're questioning what you see, or you want to change certain things, so you appeal to more of what it seems like your partner is looking at or likes, then that's a huge issue. Or even just with commenting, liking certain photos, especially things that are inappropriate in your eyes, it definitely can wear on your self-esteem, your confidence just in that relationship, and that's not okay, especially if you bring that to your partner and that behavior doesn't stop. Lack of effort, or you're the only one that compromised, or you start to feel like you are alone in your relationship. Listen, like I just said, if I'm starting to feel like I'm alone in my relationship, or I'm the only one making an effort, I'm the only one compromising in this relationship, just like I said, I can do bad all by myself. I will be by my lonesome, living my best life, rather than feeling sad and feeling alone when I'm supposed to be in a partnership with somebody. You know what I mean? Relationship is 50-50, okay? There are two people in a relationship. Listen, for some of y'all, it's 3, but I ain't judging. Do you? This ain't me. But a relationship is supposed to be 50-50. So if I plan a date one weekend, could you maybe plan the date next weekend? Or could you initiate this? Or if I cook, will you wash the dishes? Or I'm making an effort to make you feel special. Are you going to give me some effort back to make me feel special? So that's what I mean as far as effort goes. If you're the only one really putting forth the effort, that goes into trying to fix problems, trying to grow. If you're the only one that's really trying to do that, and even separately in your personal growth, if you're the only one that's trying to grow personally and that person is remaining stagnant, because your personal growth in a relationship is just as important as your growth together. If you're not growing personally, it's going to be really hard for you guys to grow together, because one person is going to outgrow the other, and that's how a lot of relationships end. So if you're the only one making those efforts in your relationship, then that's a big issue, and that's something to definitely consider and to really look at in your relationship. Also, if you're the only one that's compromising, when you guys have fights, does that other person always win because you just would rather not hassle? Are you always compromising and doing what that other person wants, and they're not really compromising to meet your feelings or to meet your needs? And that's a big issue, and I think that goes into selfishness in a relationship. You can't be selfish in a relationship, because if you're going to be selfish, be by yourself. Self-ish. Be by yourself. You can't be selfish in a relationship. You have to be us-ish. Okay. Ooh, new word. Oh, you have to be us-ish in a relationship, because that's the only way that it's going to grow and be healthy and it's going to work. You cannot always be the one that compromises. That other person is going to have to meet you halfway, and you got to find you guys can find a resolve that is going to satisfy the both of you. The biggest sign on this list would be either verbal or physical abuse. Okay, I'm gonna be serious right now. Abuse on any level is not okay. It is not something that I tolerate from anyone, especially out of a relationship. It's a huge red flag, and you need to leave that person right now. If that person is abusing you verbally, I know that people say sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. I call crap on that. Words hurt. Words can really tear down self-esteem. Words can tear down confidence. Words can make you feel scared. Words can make you feel really small or really low. Verbal abuse in any way is not okay. Physical abuse in any way is not okay. If he puts your hands on you, sis, I'm not gonna tell you fight back, because that could end up in, but if he puts your hands on you, sis, call 911. Period. I'm snitch. No, I'm kidding. Call 911. Really seek help. Leave. Run. Pack all your stuff. Leave your stuff. Whatever you have to do. Tell a friend. Tell your family. Get out of that situation, because a lot of times domestic violence A lot of times domestic violence can end in death. And I would just, oh my God, it would break my heart to hear that any of you guys that are watching this, ended in domestic violence situation in death or seriously hurt. If you know someone that is in a relationship where you think abuse is going on, I would advise you to reach out to that person. And I know that that person may get mad at you, because sometimes a lot of abuse victims, they feel ashamed or embarrassed or sometimes even protective of that person. But they may get upset with you for bringing that situation that they think they're hiding to light. But I would say stay persistent. Don't just, be like, okay, whatever, she's dumb. No, stay persistent, because she needs help, and because he or she needs help, and eventually they're going to come around and they're going to thank you for it. I am leaving information in the description box to hotlines, websites. So I hope that if you're in a relationship or you're watching this right now where you're being abused, that, this is your sign to get out of that relationship. So that's the end of this video, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you learned something, whether you're in a relationship now or you're in a single or you were in a toxic relationship. I hope that you learned something, okay? Remember that every week I will have a video surrounding dating. We'll have lookbooks, we'll have different challenges, we'll have some guests on my channel. So make sure that your notification bell is on. Make sure that you're subscribed. If you know somebody that needs to see this video, share this video with them. I love you guys so much. You don't even know. I want to thank you for all your support, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah.